Welcome to Shutter Jam, the channel with more taglines than the New York Metro. If I was to lie to you, I would say that the late 80s or 90s era of bridge cameras, much like this Ricoh Mirai 3, hold a certain appeal to me. But truth be told, I bought this camera because it came with a ridiculous amount of film and enough batteries to power a U-boat for several days. As it came preloaded with film, I had no choice but to shoot. At first glance, it's a monstrosity and is often classed as a bridge camera, that is, aimed at those that want more than a point to shoot without the complexity and hassles of an SLR, made around 1991 in Japan. I bought this camera off eBay. It was advertised rather badly and the seller had a really poor reputation, so I knew it would be mine for not a lot of money. I paid 10 Australian dollars, which at the time is about $7 US. It was really the 11 rolls of film that it came with that really appealed to me. But what about the camera? Well, you can't help but laugh when you pick it up, provided that you can, as it's a little bit heavy. To me, it's the kind of camera that wouldn't look out of place as a prop on a Blade Runner film. It looks futuristic and utterly ridiculous. It handles like a brick in that it's large and heavy and designed to be held with a camcorder-like grip to give you extra stability when out and about and shooting. However, it just doesn't feel natural, so I held it like a regular camera. It also comes with a strap, so you can wear it around your neck like some kind of punishment from the medieval days. These straps just tend to get in the way, which is fine if you're a tourist walking around Disneyland in the early 90s, but unfortunately, I'm not, which is a real shame because I've never been. To power this beast, you'll need access to some serious power, like these incendiary lithium bad boys. Thankfully, this camera came with 8 of them, so I'm likely never to run out. A single battery will last for 24 rolls of 24 exposures, so they'll go a long way. Loading film is automatic. Simply pop it in, leave the film near the take-up spool, breathe, relax, and the camera will do the rest. The controls don't feel like they're in the right place for me. The zoom controls on the top of the camera I found hard to find without taking my eye from the viewfinder. These buttons control the zoom, which is rather slow and noisy. But to be honest, most zoom cameras of this era were exactly the same. The entire lens and viewfinder move in one block. It's quite clever and unique really. It also features an auto zoom mode, which will zoom automatically on the subject. I never used this when out and about and shooting, but when I tested it at home, it did seem to work quite adequately. The lens is 35mm at f3.5 to 105mm at f7.5, 11 elements in 7 groups. Shutter speed is between 1/4 of a second to 1/500th of a second. It does also feature a night mode at 2 seconds, allowing you to capture beautiful nightscapes, which I attempted to do. Has a few other modes as well, such as TV mode, which has been designed to take pictures of your TV. But I didn't test this out because I don't need a picture of my TV. It's not like it's cute and cuddly like a baby panda now, is it? It also features a variety of silly flash modes, such as blind and confuse your subject with 3 flashes. However, none of these flash modes work anymore. I expect the bulb has either blown or perhaps the capacitor has leaked. It also features a continuous shooting mode. However, it's unlikely that you're going to win any Sports Photographer of the Year awards. Unfortunately, it's just a little bit too slow. It also features a self-timer, so you pop on a tripod and take pictures of yourself. These are accessed via the buttons on top of the camera. The top LCD display provides information on exposure and selected modes, as you'd probably expect. Focusing is automatic and uses a passive phase detection, which to most people probably means nothing. But essentially what it means is it's comparing two images to work out the correct distance. Simply depress the shutter lightly, the camera will attempt to focus and probably find it too difficult and probably just give up. I had quite a few issues, especially when focusing to infinity. So many times I'd be waiting for the camera to get its act together that I would miss a shot, lose interest, or just give up. It was a huge source of frustration for me, and it came very close to be thrown in the Sydney harbour. But the thought of a poor dolphin mistaking this for something tasty to eat prevented me. Although dolphins are actually quite smart, so they'd probably just return it. The viewfinder is bright and fairly large. It has guidelines for parallax correction when you're up close and personal, as well as a dioptric adjustment dial, so you can fine tune it to your eyes, something that wouldn't be out of place on a high-end camera. The sound of the shutter firing and film advance isn't particularly quiet, so it's probably something that you shouldn't take to a wedding. So let's take a look at the results and see if they can save this camera. The photos were taken around Sydney in various locations using Fuji Superior 200 colour. The results aren't too bad. There's a little bit of lens flare, but overall it's better than expected. A few issues as predicted when focusing. To be honest, in this day and age, it's difficult to recommend this camera to anyone that wants to shoot photos. The autofocus will drive you insane. It's large, bulky, and slow. Yes, it's interesting from a technical design perspective, but it's not enough for me. However, if I was going to a fancy dress party and the theme was 80s sci-fi B-movies and you needed some authentic looking accessories, then this would be my camera of choice. Thanks for watching this episode of Shutter Jam. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, subscribe, and share. Thanks as always, and see you next time.